As we continue through the second half of the 2014 legislative session, the House Minority Caucus remains committed to serving you by pushing for real solutions that address your needs and actually improve your quality of life. There are many measures still moving through the legislature that affect our cost of living, impact our economy, advance renewable energy goals, and improve public education.
Access to a quality education improves economic opportunities, and we're happy to support proposals and invest in solutions that make sense. However, the preschool proposal that passed through the House has several issues that are difficult to overlook, such as its dependence on a passage of a constitutional amendment and the lack of clarity on how the plan will be implemented. Questions remain, for example, about whether preschools that teach their religion or have religious materials would be eligible to receive funds if the amendment and this bill passes. These providers would be a critical part of the early learning initiative if it is to be successful. A separate measure would ensure that all kindergarten-age children have the opportunity to attend kindergarten. Though we had some concerns with some of the provisions included in the bill, it ultimately received a lot of support. In fact, it was our colleague, Representative Cynthia Thielen's bill, that passed out of the House and helped advance this educational reform.
Another proposal that must be handled with great care is an increase to the minimum wage. This can help the working poor, but if our small local businesses have trouble adjusting to an increase that's too high, it may actually lead to reduced employment opportunities for those living in poverty, as well as for the unskilled students who want an entry-level job. We also have to be careful of how we handle the tip credit, a major sticking point for the food service industry. We recognize that raising the minimum wage is not a panacea. Lifting people out of poverty and improving everyone's quality of life also requires addressing the high cost of living in this state and creating conditions that will help our people and economy thrive. We must fundamentally do more to address this issue rather than concede that the cost of living will remain high and then just try to keep pace with it.
Many of the proposals we supported are tax incentives, including credits for hotel renovations and construction, local manufacturing, scientific research, and building up our renewable energy infrastructure and production. We also supported a measure that would address grid modernization so that our grid has the capacity to accommodate our increasing demand and use of energy, particularly solar energy systems installed in our homes.
One of the tax proposals that the Minority Caucus opposed was the imposition of taxes on internet sales. Since consumers, who also need an advocate on the issue, oftentimes choose to buy things online for reasons like availability, rather than simply to avoid a tax, we consider this proposal to potentially offer false hope to anyone that expects to create parity between online and brick-and-mortar retailers in Hawaii. Additionally, as residents of one of the most remote parts of the world, we already pay a lot to have many of our online purchases shipped here.
We also oppose a sustainability fee that would be imposed on insurers for the federally mandated Hawaii Health Connector. Ensuring that people have access to affordable healthcare is very important to us, and we're happy that our own healthcare laws have led to enrollment rates that surpass most other states. This consequently leaves too small a market for the connector to be self-sustaining. The solution to this issue must come from the federal government and the granting of an exemption from the mandate for such a nonprofit for states in this kind of situation. Imposing a fee that would increase the cost of doing business for providers already servicing most of the state may cause them to pass on the cost to everyone else.
Other proposals that moved through the House included various regulations of the Hawaii Community Development Authority, which plans to build residential units in Kaka'ako, greater oversight for the University of Hawaii, and tax relief efforts to help certain veterans healthcare providers, some retirees, and the general public. Information on how everyone voted on all of these measures is available online at capital.hawaii.gov.
As the legislature discusses these and other important issues like the state budget, the House Minority Caucus will continue to be receptive to your input and advocate for your needs.
To learn more about some of the proposals that the state is considering, visit www.hawaiihousegop.com. Thanks for watching.